Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Fata Atin Ayu. You can call me Farin. My name is 52. Today, I am from Group 10. Will present about the journal Environmental Quality Protection in the period of industrialization to realize environmental-based industry. I hoping that you can follow our presentation for our discussion later. So, next to the slide. Introduction. The main environmental problems can be classified into 5. Number 1 is land damage caused by deforestation, illegal logging and conversion for plantation and industrial plants, oil mining industry and settlements. Number 2, the existence of riverbank abrasion phenomena caused by traffic of large and fast ships. Number 3, the existence of a river siltation caused by erosion, abrasion, and sedimentation. And number 4, there is disturbance in surface water flow pattern due to land use, the conservation, and the presence of port, docks, and lock ponds. And number 5 is there is a decrease in water quality due to industrial wastewater disposal, domestic ballast water disposal, and domestic solid waste disposal. Introduction. From its history, industrialization firstly appeared in the 18th century in the United Kingdom. The development, discovery, and use of science and technology are factors supporting the occurrence of industrialization in the UK. In Indonesia, industrialization is marked by the presence of industrial plantation during the era of forced cultivation. Meanwhile, the peak of industrialization in Indonesia occurred after the birth of the basic agrarian law. In the period, foreign investors compete to invest in Indonesia. One of them is a manufacturing industry. Industry is a sector that will potentially damage the environment. If this issue does not receive serious attention, it will lead to the impression that industry and environment does not go hand in hand, in the sense that the more advanced in the industry, the more damage the environment will be. Industrialization has had a significant impact on changing the quality of the environment. These changes are motivated by the fact that industrialization has the nature of interaction, so that it is more focused on the development and use of information technology. Besides, industrialization has another nature of interaction, namely international trade and specialization of production and innovation. Yet, of all the nature of this interaction, the use and the development of information technology is the one which has had an impact on the quality of environment. Research methods. This study applied an empirical juridical method. Empirical juridical method is a method of research that employs approach from legal side as well as effects in the field. The collected data were analyzed descriptively, meaning that the result of this study will be presented in the form of a descriptive and systematic description. The data used in this study were primary data and secondary data. Primary data was the data obtained from field research, while secondary data was the data obtained from library research. Result and discussion. Number 1. The impacts of industrialization on the quality of the environment. There is some problem related to the decline in the quality of environment caused by industrialization. There is number 1 is a problem on air quality. Number 2 is a problem on water quality and availability. Number 3 is problems on land quality and quantity. Number 1. Problems on air quality. Currently, industrial activities have contributed significantly to the problem of air pollution. It is because, in general, industrial activities have consumed 37% of energy and produce 50% carbon dioxide and 90% of sulfur dioxide and other various toxic materials. The number 2 is problems on water quality and availability. Water is the source of life and is considered as the most essential natural resource. However, the existing water resources have been gradually polluted and are not available due to human and industrial activities. The problem faced in the context of water, which becomes a major environmental problem for humans throughout the world, is the increasing level of contamination on the existing water resource with thousands of chemical compounds produced by industry. For example, is the Tangerang city, which is one of the largest industrial cities in Indonesia, requires water of industrial purpose. Number 3, there is problems on land quality and quantity. Land pollution caused by industrial activities relates to the waste produced. Further, the impact of industrialization on the quantity of land can be seen from the existence of land depreciation from time to time caused by industrial development. For example, in Yogyakarta, there is land depreciation caused by land use conversion from agricultural sectors to non-agricultural sectors. Data issued by the Central Bureau of Statistics of Yogyakarta in 2016 proved that the agricultural areas in the special region of Yogyakarta in the last 10 years. Result and discussion number 2. The effort made to overcome environmental problems during the industrialization period. Overcoming environmental problems during the industrialization period is a necessity that needs to be realized. Various efforts have been made both at national and international levels to balance human needs and environmental needs because general welfare gained through natural resource management is a global inevitability. At international level, the need for a balance between human needs and environmental needs has long been a concern. It can be seen from the Stockholm Declaration in 1927, which produced a common principle that every human being has a fundamental right to obtain healthy and suitable environment for life, and the second principle states that every human being has the responsibility to protect the environment for the benefit of the present generation and the future generation. Result and discussion number 3. The implementation of environmental-based industry as an effort to prevent environmental damage during the industrialization period. The implementation of environmental-based industries is an alternative to overcome environmental problems during the industrialization periods. Yet, its implementation, which still various encounters various problems, must be overcome by making a policy that requires the implementation of environmental-based industry by every business actor. These policies also need to accommodate the obligation of stakeholders to conduct a variety of guidance to business actors so that their business can meet the standard for environmental-based criteria. The policy requiring business actors to implement environmental-based industry is expected to provide a moral burden for business actors to implement environmental-based industries. This is in line with the function of law as an instrument of renewal of people behavior, meaning that law must be an instrument to direct the community towards the desired goal. Even if necessary, law must be able to eliminate the habits of community that are considered negative. And the last is the conclusion. The conclusion that can be drawn from the discussion is that industrialization does not only have a positive impact on a country, but has also brought various kinds of problems, especially on environmental quality. Environmental problems caused by industrial activities include problems on air quality, problems on water quality and availability, and problems on land quality and quantity. In order to prevent the occurrence of environmental problems during the globalization era, various efforts have been made at both national and international level. These efforts include the Stockholm Declaration in 1927, the Rio de Janeiro Conference, and the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs that have been agreed to at the 70 UN General Assembly. Other efforts that can be done in overcoming environmental problems during industrialization period is through the implementation of environmental-based industries. Yet, the implementation of environmental-based industry still encounters various problems such as the lack of knowledge of environmental sustainability, the low management aspect, the unsupported technical aspect, and the unavailability of environmental-oriented financing sources. Suggestion. Based on the discussion, the authors suggest that the government shall issue policies requiring the implementation of environmental-based industry by every business actor. In this case, both government and stakeholders can carry out continuous guidance for business actors to implement environmental-based industry. Another effort that needs to be done is to provide understanding to the community continuously so that the community can participate in supervising industrial practice that produce was in carrying out their activity. The journal South. So that is the end of this presentation. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope what I have shared will be beneficial for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.